What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates on Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin in trouble? We're going to talk about that. We're going to look at both the bearish and the bullish case scenario. I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm also going to give you my opinion on DeFi. Those of you that watch my channel or are in the Discord or follow me on Twitter should know how I feel about DeFi, but I am going to tell you how I feel. You make up your own mind. And don't forget, we have a free Discord group. There is a link below in the description. Check it out. It's an awesome community. Lots of help in there if you have any questions on crypto. Definitely check it out if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Alright guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Always do your own due diligence before investing or trading in any markets. Alright, a reminder, we're doing a Kobo Vault giveaway. I will be picking a random comment from a random video on Sunday. It is the Kobo Vault Generation 2 air-gapped hard wallet. Not your keys, not your crypto, guys. Get your crypto off the exchanges if you're not trading them. But this particular wallet does everything through QR code, so you never have to plug it into your computer, and it's less vulnerable that way. So anyways, let's get into it. Let's look at the all you got to do to enter to win is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, smash that like button, and I stress smash the like button because that helps YouTube algorithm out. Take 1 second out, if nothing else, hit that like button. Leave your comment down below. That will get you entered to win. And let's see what's going on. 3 reasons why Bitcoin price volatility may spike before the monthly close. Market cap. Bitcoin hits 11.8K. Ethereum gas at all-time high. Bitcoin is on target to hit 288,000 as U.S. money velocity collapses in Q2. Australian conman extradited over illegal fraud and involving 1.2 million Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin and alts are hot again this summer. Bitcoin stalls. Ethereum 2.0 outage. IRS crypto crackdown. Why 2020 might be the year cryptocurrency goes mainstream. I doubt it. But you never know. And guys, I don't hate Bitcoin. When I'm bearish on Bitcoin, I'm just bearish because the charts are. And I am a longtime believer in Bitcoin. Those of you that know me know that, but I just don't think it's Bitcoin's time yet. Bitcoin in the early stages of a bull market, crypto wallet data reveals. Price analysis, market analysis predict Bitcoin rally alongside altcoin correction. That possible? Definitely possible. Let's look at the fear and greed index. We are at 75. We dropped 3 points from yesterday from the extreme greed. We are still in the greed though. Let's take a look at the monthly chart. Those of you that watch the channel know how I feel about this. We have just been making lower highs in the macro. I know everybody's extremely bullish. We break this high here and whoops. What'd I do? Sorry about that. We break this high here, and then I become bullish. But as of right now, as you guys know, I have the dotted trend line off these 2 wicks, and it lies about 11,200. So a monthly close above that, we may be okay for another push up. Monthly close below that, it's going to be pretty bearish. The 8 EMA on the monthly lies about 9,700, and we do have a CME gap there. 13 EMA lies around 9,100. 21 EMA is around 84 to 8,500. And then the 55 EMA is around 56 to 5,700. Let's take one more thing here. Higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. And this is the monthly. It takes time to play out. Am I saying it's going to go straight down? No. So just pay attention. Watch the whole damn video before you leave a stupid comment. Anyways, so looking at the bullish case, looking at the solid white trend lines here as a triangle, the measured move of that would be 27.7. Do I think we're headed there? I do not think so yet. The falling broadening wedge here in yellow, the measured move of that, 16,000. Those are the bullish case scenarios here, guys. And As you can see, this yellow dotted trend line, like I said, is around the 11,200. The weekly closes above that. We could be okay for another bounce. If not, 8 EMA lies around 10,950. 13 EMA is around 10,450. 21 EMA around 9,800. And 55 EMA is around 8,900. We could come back down and retest this trend line here around that 9,200, somewhere in there, depending on how long it took. The further we go over here, the lower it goes. But this is one thing that keeps me a little bit bullish. I mean, in the short term, a possibility. Not saying it has to go here, but if we do come up in the weekly to retest this top trend line here, I do believe we will get a rejection. If it does get up in this area, I'm most likely going to short up in here, depending on how it hits and when it hits and if it hits. Otherwise, we could just come down from here to retest this bottom trend line. So keep that in mind there, guys. And let's talk about PrimeXBT for a minute. I showed you my trade yesterday. I was up $12 making yesterday's video. I'm up a little over $1,000 right now. If you're interested in trading, and I suggest trading over altcoin trading, or trading Bitcoin, to me is the safest way other than messing with alts. You can do what you choose. A lot of people can make a lot of money off alts, but a lot more people lose a lot of money off alts, and you're in a little more control when you're actually doing the trading. But anyways, I'll leave a PrimeXBT tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. It's by far the best exchange in crypto, in my opinion. You can trade Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, all the Forex is in here, Dow Jones, oil, gold, silver, NASDAQ, S&P, all with your Bitcoin. It's a one-stop shop. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. If you use my promo code Savy50, you'll get 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus, up to 1 Bitcoin. Savy25 will get you 25% off of your fees for 1 month. So check it out. It's a great bonus involved there. So yeah, let's look at the daily. So looking at the daily, as you guys know, I've been looking at this as a possible rising broadening wedge. There's also another way to look at it as a rising wedge, but let's take a look. If we were to break down over here in the 10,700 area, if we break that 10,700, we could go as low as the 35 to 3,600. Not saying that has to happen. Just remember, we do have a gap down here that you can see in the I think up to the 8 hour on the CME gaps. Again, not saying we have to go down there or we're absolutely going to go down there, but it's definitely possible regardless of what all the people are saying here, guys. Be careful. On the daily, the 55 EMA is around 10,800. Like I said, a break at the 10,007. Our next line of support probably going to be around the 9,500, 9,600. That would close the CME gap. And coming back down to retest this trend line, depending on where we hit it. If we came down in the next few days, would be around 8,200. Anything after that just keeps dropping. And again, I'm not saying it has to go there, but it's looking like it's ready to correct here, guys. Let's look at the daily RSI. I have a rising wedge here. If we close the daily below here, guys, it's most likely going to get real bearish. There's going to be a pretty big drop. Let's look at the chart here. That would probably get us down to around that 10. Actually, it would probably get us down to close that gap, to be honest with you, if we did break through here and close the daily below here. If we do have that jump like I'm talking about in the weekly, that we get that jump up to around 13,000 or whatever, we could get a bounce back up. One more retest here before coming down, so be aware of that. Yeah, another way to help support the channel, anchorimage.com. There's a link down below. It is my wife's webpage. She has a lot of cool crypto stuff on here. She can put anything you want, any crypto. Doesn't have to be just what you see. Any crypto, any funny saying or whatever. If you got a gift idea for somebody, check it out. Hit her up in the contact and she'll take care of you. All right, the daily. Real quick, I'll talk about the DeFi before getting into this. My thoughts on DeFi. You guys remember, if you were around for the ICO craze 2016-17, it was just a marketing hype. that dwindled away along with all the profits on those coins. So be careful with the DeFi, guys. If you guys know what a Ponzi is basically a scheme where they keep getting people to buy in, and that makes it look like you're actually getting money back, because as people buy in, you get little bits and pieces back, which sounds a lot like staking. Just be careful if you're in there. I'm not saying you can't make money off them, but to depend on them and to think it's going to keep going, as soon as people quit buying, the money disappears to keep giving people, make it look like they're not making money out of thin air. So just be careful, guys. I won't touch any of that crap. I don't care if you can profit off it. I can profit off Bitcoin alone. So I just don't mess with that garbage. That's just my opinion. Make up your own mind. I know a lot of people believe in these projects, that they're going to be the next thing. And just be careful, guys. Everybody was saying that about every ICO. So just be careful, especially new people out there. A lot of these people that are pushing it and telling you all this stuff, they know that it's garbage. They're pumping their bags and they're taking your money. So just be careful, guys. Anyways, all right, on the daily, rising broadening wedge here. As you can see, the white dotted lines. But like I said, there is a possibility coming up and testing this 13,000 to 13,100 area, and that is this old support line on this rising broadening wedge, which we broke it back in March. If we were to come back up, break through and test it, could be around at 3,100. Now let's take a look at, if we were to come back, first off, we would have to break this 11,200. A break of that, then we'd be looking at that $10,500 range. We will take a look at the Fibonacci retracements also. But I also have this down here about 9,600 if we came back down and retested the bottom of this wedge. Depending on where we did, if we hit it right there around 9,600 and broke through, about 6,500 is going to be the target there. Of course, if we break up past that 13.1 or wherever in that area, it's going to be around the $16,000 range, which was also the measured move of the rising or falling broadening wedge that we discussed in the weekly. So be aware of that. But I'm gonna say I'll be bullish if we cross this pink line here from the rising broadening wedge. That should be heavy resistance. If we break through and make that support, they could be right. Could be a bull run. But like I said, I am not convinced yet. Let's look at the Fibonacci retracements here. So if we go from the swing low to the swing high, our first level of support's around the 10,450, 10,500, which lines up with our neckline. And if we want to look at the super bullish case here, guys, looking at this as a left shoulder head, right shoulder, and a break of that neckline. And that gets us up to, about the $17,000 range, maybe a little above. But that would be the measured move if this was an inverse head and shoulders, which I don't believe it to be. I would like to at least see a retest. If we do get a retest of the 10.5 and a bounce from there, then yeah, we could be, that could be what we're seeing. But until then, if this is the top, we don't get up to that 13,000, the first area of support would be the 0.236 fib around 10,460. And the next point of support would be around the 0.382, which is 9,186. And then the 0.5 fibs around 8150. Golden pocket zone is in between 6860 and 7120. If we do manage to break through here, we do have that target at 65. If that doesn't hold, we could be looking at the 0.786 fib at 5681. If that breaks, 3564. But again, let's watch this area here. If we don't make it up that high, we're going to go into the 1 hour too here in a minute, the 4 hour and the 1 hour, and look at some more immediate time frames. So, but anyways, that's what I'm looking at here, guys. Let's go into, look at the RSI here. And as you can see, we are breaking through this lower trend line here. If that breaks and we close below it in the daily, most likely, guys, we got further down to go, maybe around the 10.5 to 9,600 area. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, I have it in as a rising wedge here. Same thing, we could break up and hit that $13,000 range according to the weekly RSI. That's what leaves it a little bit of room there. Same thing here. If we were to break down past here, get us around the $6,000 range would be the measured move if this is a rising wedge. And we've already looked at the Fibonacci retracements. Let's look at the RSI. And then we'll go into the 1 hour. As of right now, it does look like we are forming a falling channel, which if we do break the top of this, most likely come up to retest the top of here. And that would probably be around that 13,000 if that was to happen. Like I said, guys, I am still in my short. I did move my shorts into profit. Let's look at the hourly. So the hourly, we're looking at this as a rising wedge. If that was the case, the measured move from the breakdown of there was around $10,100 range. We did come back up, retest the top of this, and as I talked about yesterday, I had my stops at 11,875, but a break of 11,850 would have got us back inside here, and that I would have probably switched over to a long and went up towards this 12,700 area. But as of right now, like I said, I'm still in my short. Stops in profit. Now let's look at if we clone this top line and make this a rising channel here. If we came back down to test that 11,200 and it did break, then we'd be looking for that 10,100 level, which is the measure move from the rising wedge. And if that is to break, then we could be looking at 9,570 to 9,600, which is the measured move of a rising channel here. And that would close the CME gap we have down here. By looking at the RSI, we could fall a little bit more, but most likely this RSI is going to reset. We may even pop back up into this range before continuing down, if in fact we are continuing down, which I do believe that is pretty possible. I know a lot of people are looking at this as a bull flag. I am not. I'm not. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Leave your comments down below to get you entered to win the Kobo Vault Generation 2. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking the CryptoSavy logo above my head. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for helping the channel grow. Share the video if you would, and I'm out.